Hello YouTube, and welcome to the channel if you are new, and welcome back if you are a repeat viewer. And I'm getting some repeat viewers. I've been having a look at my stats, so thank you very much for all of you guys who come and see the channel on a regular basis. It's incredibly kind of you, thank you. And if you're getting any AMSR or ASMR, whatever it is, I'm slurping a cup of coffee. You know what this is all about now. My favourite. I've got a brew. My favourite brew going on.
Damned remnants!
So here we are at the Galati gates. Gates of Galati, whatever. And we'll go on a little bit of a hunt. And then we'll go and investigate this delivering the water business. And see what's up with all that.
Balance restored!
I suspect there's going to be some unruly types who we're going to need to sit down and explain the error of their ways with them in a forcible way. Might even have to write them a stern letter. I've added a couple of things to my lightning bolt spell. It's now doing almost 2,000 a pop. We've got shock, which gives us 100% more living lightning. Zenith. Increased mana efficiency, more damage if we're above 90% mana. Which is one of the reasons why I try to keep as mana efficient as possible, because a lot of my spells have got Zenith 2 on them. And so the more mana we have, the more damage we do. So above 90% of mana, we do 30% more damage. And it doesn't ramp, I think it's binary. And we do shock conduction. So we've got a 50% chance of turning it into an AoE. Well, at least turning shock into an AoE. And I've added a few bits and pieces to my sigil of power. Made it a little bit bigger, made it a little bit longer. That's what she said. And we're still running blasphemy with repulsion. That's them little blue balls on the top of everybody's heads when we wander around. I believe that's like a bomb thing, a magical bomb, or a Verisium bomb. And then once they take a hit, they all explode and it causes a chain, which is cool. And using lightning shock is a very good way to get them to trigger the explosion, the chain lightning explosion. Sorry, Verisium explosion. And there's the details. Explosion radius, stun, and it also has got a knockback component, and brutality gives extra physical damage, 30%. And this is brutality 2. I know that there's a brutality 3, and once I have the upgrade gems to do brutality 3, I'll do that here. And I'm also going to try it on a couple of my, on at least one of my plant spells, because they do almost entirely physical damage. And apparently there's a boss at the end of this who is another multi-stage boss. Prince Azmadi or something. And I watched a video. I said a couple of videos ago I rarely watch these things. I like to try and learn them myself. But I watched a video of this one because people were saying that this guy's quite difficult, and it can cause, some people have been rage quitting over him. So I was like, okay, fine, let's have a look and see what makes him so bad then. And apparently he's got more tricks up his sleeve than Tavakai. And he's got some tricks that do a shit ton of damage. Oh, is this an abyss? Is this an abyssal spawn? Oh, I believe it is. I wonder if there's a little hole that I can jump down into like we did when we were hunting Tavakai. Or if this is just a little one.
I'm full up.
Yeah. Yeah. I think most of that stuff can stay on the bloody floor. But my inner loot goblin says, no, pick it up, pick it up.
By my oath, we are a small but dedicated group. Orphans only. One from each culture on Raxx. Our leader, June Ortoy, has been rebuilding the Order for the last 20 years in secret. I do not know what happened 2 decades ago. She refuses to talk about it. All we can do is look forward. The time has come for us to fight, to save this world. And we shall succeed, or die trying. We have been watching you since you helped slay Jaminara. Sometimes a catalyst appears, an exceptional individual in a time of great need. The Godslayer was one such catalyst. Perhaps you are as well? We can certainly hope. I will not speak for June.
Oh,
she will introduce
an
herself
exceptional.
when the time is
Oh,
right.
that's me.
Azmadi possessed powers I have only seen the most gifted tale women wield. I believe they call it chronomancy. He channeled time itself, as if it was an element to bend to his will. This power was not his own. He called out to Zarak to aid him.
Zarak? The ancient djinn locked in the depths of the original trial of the Sekimas?
I believe so. This may be part of a plan. Perhaps. The first barrier is the only one left powerful enough to carry Zarak's essence.
He is trying to escape his punishment.
That might be the case. If there is indeed a plan at work, we must be careful not to play into the schemer's hands. If Azmadi has been empowered by Zarak, They must have met. And to have met, Azmadi must have completed the ancient trial of the Sekamas.
Nonsense. The mere notion is absurd.
Is it? In your heart of hearts, do you believe it impossible that the Ferrodin survived the test? Perhaps he made it to Zorak. Then, facing his doom, cut a deal.
I suppose such a thing is possible. In recent days, I have met many capable Ferrodin who are worthy to join us.
Indeed. If he did complete the trial, he may be attempting to supplant you and make a bid for Sekama of Sekamas.
The Akaras would never follow him.
Are you absolutely certain of that?
These are strange times.
I was sent to infiltrate the Selkari and guard the first barrier. I failed, and now I must hunt it down and retrieve it.
What is this Azmadi trying to do with it?
He is trying to get to Kima before we do. He may be trying to enact the gifting himself as some sort of claim to power. Or he may have something darker in mind.
I will not allow him to defile our traditions.
Neither will I. Goodbye.
I guess neither will I then. In for a penny, in for a pound. Shame that wasn't a better abyssal. I like them abyssals.
It's headed, Druid.
When I get onto the maps, I can see a lot of abyssals in my future.
Roots and snare ye!
There's still a bit over here to do, and then we'll go back up to the other place.
Monstrous wreck!
Bloody mana sucker.
I'm full up.
Yep, you're not wrong, Scottish Druid.
Monstrous wreck!
Yeah, come along, baby Crowbell. Let's get out of here. Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Take a thrust!
Thank
Nothing to
you.
sneeze at.
Oh, I wonder what's behind that door. Kittens? Bunnies? Butterflies?
A druid knows to travel light. Clumsy, Hawk! A wild take hold!
Give me your pots. Come on. Pot inspection. Pots and urns, pots and urns. Come on. Bring them out. It was bigger than I thought over. And lots of pots and urns. Some people are probably going to be wondering what on earth am I so obsessed about pots and urns for. Well, I first noticed the loot table for pots and urns in the Lost City under Keth in Act 2, and then again when we started doing the Val in Act 3. There were some houses in the Val where it had been drowned, and where the Queen of Filth was the ruler. There were some houses in there with lots of pots and urns and stuff, and I got probably got more X's out of those pots and urns, and other things as well, uniques and chaos orbs and all sorts of other things out of there. On average, a higher chance of dropping something like that than a lot of mobs, and I probably had more X's per capita from them pots and urns than from killing mobs. So I try and make sure that I do all the pots and all the urns on the way through a zone. Wrong way. Don't. Sorry. I'm not going to be flying south for the winter, am I? Right, let's see what's behind door number 1. My money's on butterflies. It's not butterflies.
Nature's fury! The wild take hold!
Yeah, definitely not butterflies.
Your flame is spent!
Oh, very good, Scottish Druid. Your flame is spent. Well played, sir. Well played. There we are, Kimar.
Too long have the Faradun bent beneath the Maraketh boot heel. We were penned to the desert's edge, called lesser, denied even the right to exist. Every revolt broke upon the same stone. No legitimacy, no voice the Akaras would heed. So I made a new covenant. Zarok, keeper of the ages, showed me the path through the trial of the Sekemas, and lent me the strength to walk it. I passed. The first Faradun in history. In that moment, the lie of our illegitimacy died. When I take the mantle of Sekima of Sekimas, every Akara will be bound by oath and custom to obey me. Not just the Maraketh, not just the Faradun, all of the Bastiri. They will not dare question my rule. And with Zarok's gift, I will unite this land beneath my banner. For all time.
Okay. So that's who we're going to have to give a spanking to later on. Fine. No problem.
Wild take! I'm full up. Roast and scare ye! Nature's fury!
I do like that repulsion. It's very handy. Very handy indeed. I do hope it doesn't get nerf batted. I have to say though, one of the things that I have been quite impressed about with grinding Gears games, they're not afraid of allowing you to be powerful. they're not afraid to allow you to build yourself a spec that if you put the time and the effort and the hours and the grind into, that you actually become, you achieve that power fantasy kind of thing. Now, when I did my Diablo 4 season on the Paladin over on Rumble, on my Rumble channel, I came up with a motto for Blizzard, and I designed a new motto for Blizzard games, and that was, if you're having fun, we are doing it wrong. Because it seemed to me that every aspect of the game that was fun or made you feel like your tune was powerful, strong, was having not necessarily an easy time, but was doing the game well, would immediately get nerfed. And I noticed this with not just with Diablo 4, but also the series that I did with Diablo 2 Resurrected. I did with the Warlock. I did a full Warlock playthrough, and the spec that I used, I can't remember which it was now, but I used this spec, and I marched through. I had a relatively tough time at the beginning, but with all of these things, that the tough time kind of got a little bit easier and a little bit easier and a little bit easier, and then all of a sudden it was an easy time. And I was marching through and slaughtering everything right, left and center. And then there was a patch, and the entire spec that I was using got nerfed pretty much out of all existence. And so what was supposed to have been a 35 or even 40 episode series, I cut down into like a 12 episode series and called it a day. And because there was no point. It became, the spec that I was playing was almost unplayable. And the patch note said, oh yeah, but it was a balancing thing, it wasn't balanced properly and blah blah blah. Well, that sounds like a you problem. You can't tell me that they put specs out, and this was a brand new character, this was the launch of the Warlock. And so they would have had the Warlock on test for months, and they would have tested it against the game, against the game's mechanics, and done some kind of quality control to see how it fared against, its stats fared up against other tunes. Surely that's how you do it. That's how I would do it. But no. Apparently not. Apparently, a couple of weeks after it was released, my own personal opinion is that they released a very powerful build, or they allowed people to have a very powerful build in order to get them to buy the game, in order to get them to buy the DLC, and to get an interest back into playing the game. And then as soon as they had 40, 50, 60,000, and they'd made their money back, then they hit everything with a nerf back. That might not be, I know I'm cynical, that might not be exactly how it happened, but that's how it felt, right? That's how it felt. And I felt completely screwed by by Blizzard. And that was it then for Diablo 2, and then I did the series on Diablo 4, and like I said, I came up with a new motto for the company. You know, if you the customer is having fun, we're doing it wrong, and that's how it feels, honestly. So, you know, I've been playing Diablo games forever, and it doesn't give me any pleasure whatsoever to say anything like that. In fact, it hurts a little bit. It's like I guess it's a bit like how Asmongold feels about World of Warcraft. You know, you put so many hours and years and effort and into doing it, and then it turns into something completely antithetical to everything that you thought it was. And it becomes cynical, and because it becomes cynical, it kind of makes you become a little bit cynical as well. And I don't need any encouragement to be cynical at all. Believe me, I could enter the Cynic Olympics. Seriously, I could cynic for Britain. So yeah, so we're going to go through this now. We're going to go right the way to the end. We're going to kill this boss at the end, whatever he is. And then we're going to call it a day, and then we're going to be back tomorrow. And we're going to move to the third and final recruitment center. And we're gonna grab, I think it's Friends of Doriani's, I think Val, or at least Val descendants. I hope they're all like that woman from the Ziggurat, who's like so completely over the top, enthusiastic and happy about everything, even when she's talking about rare blood death magic tomes that she found.
Oh, isn't it marvelous? It's just so exciting.
Yes. Okay then. If you say so. So this is Taua the Ruthless. The second buff there is Arcane Surge. He died. Yeah, that second buff up there is Arcane Surge. It's popping up on a very regular basis now. Apparently, I've only got a 10% chance of it popping up, but because I cast so many different things that hit, it comes up quite often, and it's giving me more AoE. It's giving me more damage, and I believe it's also giving me some. Ding! It's also giving me some mana regen, I believe.
Roach and snare ye! That grave away! Sow and reap.
Yeah, Thrashing Vines needs a bit of a pop.
Roach and snare ye! For the loaders! Down beast! I'll take it!
Now I need to do a little bit of something. I think eventually. I've got some
A druid
got some
knows
new
to
gear.
travel light.
To wear at level 65, I think. with some additional defenses, so that should come in handy. Because there are times when I do feel a little bit like... I feel less of a glass cannon now than I did 10 levels ago or thereabouts. But still, I'd say that I feel a little bit like glass cannon adjacent. Mosquitoes. But can you imagine a mosquito that size? Jesus. You'd need more than a tin of raid for that.
This is where the gifting will
Hello,
normally be
Jado.
enacted. It seems they have made their way into the sacred chamber. This could bode ill for Rashi. I will open the way. Make haste.
Hello, Urn Inspector. Just bring me your urns and I'll have a look at them, see if they're being well maintained. They don't need to be polished.
Let's have a gander. Nature fury. Pack's heavy enough already. Wild take hold!
Those things are horrible. Yeah, I saw you move. Yeah, those things. Those urn walkers, they are bloody horrible. Whoever designed that monster either needs a pay raise or therapy. I'm not entirely certain which. Possibly both.
Pack's heavy enough already.
Because they are absolutely awful.
Root and stare ye!
Way too many legs. That is just fire.
Wretched animal! Wells run dry. Wonder if I could fill it.
Meddler. I've been invited to do what I'm doing. Meddler.
Wild take hold!
Mind your lip. Or you'll get a slap. Some of these look quite nice.
Twisted pig!
Mana botherer.
Nature's egg was old! I'm full up. misshapen filth!
Misshapen filth. Yeah. With those mobs he's talking about. Misshapen filth. You got that right, Scottish Druid. Hey. I thought I could sniff an urn. Urn sniffers of the world unite.
Rest dead!
We're getting closer, I can feel it in my water. Either that or I've got a kidney infection.
Wilds take hold! That's heavy enough already. Traitors one and all. I'm full up.
Half druid, half loot goblin. Oh, an emerald. That'll do. Well, it's a pretty big place. I'll tell you what, if you want some XP, run this place a couple of times from start to finish. You'll get a level and a half easy. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. I've missed a spot.
I'm full up. Wrestler's dead. Roast and stare you!
There's some more sacred water. I can open that other little pot up. I wonder what's in there. What fresh hell be this?
Your foul creature!
Right, onwards and upwards, Scottish Druid. Onward and upwards. Uh-huh. Right.
Hold, Jin. The ritual is almost complete. Endure, Rashi. The desert's thirst dies today.
The more observant will see there was an edit just there. And that's because the first time I tried to kill this guy, he kicked my ass. Like, totally, completely, and utterly kicked my ass. And I was wondering why my DPS was sucking so badly. And then I worked it out. I have 2 staffs staged. One is a chiming staff, which I use for the power thing, the power circle that goes underneath me, and it's all I use it for. But I put one down, and it didn't swap back to my normal lightning staff. And so throughout the previous fight, I was using a level 17 chiming staff. And it's no wonder that he was basically pointing and laughing at me for the whole fight. So this is the second fight with my proper weapon system. Yeah, so much for being Legion. You're not even a very naughty boy.
Pack's heavy enough already.
Yeah, so do one. So much for people rage quitting. I have no idea why people find that guy so tough.
What have you learned? Do whatever.
Care for a story?
Right then. Now that we've defeated Mr. Azmadi, and we've done the rest of this, these guys should be on side now. So thank you guys. Let's do this again tomorrow. Take care, everybody.